Hi friends, welcome back to Socially Distant. I'm Brian Noonan. From what I can gather, it's Tuesday, and that means here at Socially Distant HQ, we have been operating under self-quarantine for a month. Now, while I have ventured into the hot zone for groceries, deliveries to my mom, and, essentials like beer, my wife has only left the house twice to drive through the pharmacy. It's becoming very clear to me that she needs absolutely no human contact, including, if the amount we've spoken to each other in the last few days is any indication, me. The longer this goes, the closer I get to becoming Norman Bates' mother, with my wife keeping me in a closet in the basement and just playing these things every once in a while to pretend that I'm still here. I wonder how long my daughter will fall for the dad's in the bathroom ruse before she alerts the authorities. Listen, if these things stop abruptly, look for me behind the water heater. I'm kidding. Maybe. In all seriousness, though, you might have noticed that I'm wearing a hat again today. In the old days, I would never have dreamed of wearing a baseball cap to do any type of performance or recording unless I was, recreating a scene from Field of Dreams in the backyard. Now, however, vanity has overcome me, and I'm suffering, like many of us are, with a horrible case of hair shame. This shelter in place and social distancing has forced barbers, hairdressers, beauty school dropouts, and Have Clippers will travel stylists to cease their operations, leaving us all at the mercy of our out-of-control follicles. For those of you just getting to know me and my ramblings, I tend to keep my hair very short. And by tend to, I mean that I've had some version of a flat top or crew cut for over 30 years. Some might think that's odd, lazy, or an indication of a fear of change. But I'm the kind of guy who finds something that works and sticks with it, which explains why I wrote today's comments on an IBM Selectric after drinking coffee made in a percolator and reading a print edition of the newspaper delivered by a young boy in knickers and a flat cap. For once, men and women are equal in their suffering. Everyone is looking in the mirror and evaluating their haircut, calculating how long it's been since their last one, and trying to decide how to weather the sartorial storm. The internet and news broadcasts are filled with stories about people attempting to cut their own hair, tutorials on how to cut your own hair, and pictures of people who have had, quote, epic fails trying to cut their own hair. This is an idea, though, that I've been toying with myself. It's another example of male privilege, I guess. Worst case scenario for a guy who tries an at-home haircut, whether it's with scissors, clippers, or a Flowbee, is that he is horrified by the outcome and makes the doomsday decision to shave his head. That's the point I'm at right now. I get my hair cut every 3 weeks because I like my hair like I like my women. I'm going to let you insert your own joke here because the last thing I need during a pandemic is to appear unwoke. But here's a few options in case you can't think of your own. High and tight, short and manageable, neat and tidy, equal in all areas, and extremely beneficial. I've been teetering on the brink of the nuclear head shaving option for a few days and may have to activate the launch codes pretty soon. It wouldn't be that much of a change for me, and to be honest, I'm not sure my barber is going to come out of this thing on the other side. He's really old. Unfortunately, he just finished chemotherapy before the pandemic hit, and he was seeing a decline in customers anyway because there's not a lot of people that still go to old school barbershops now that Playboy's centerfold is really not what it used to be. I don't know. And also, despite the fact that, a crew cut looks easy, there's a lot of people who do bad ones, and I don't have the time or the energy to look for a new barber, because this kind of haircut is an old school cut for an old school guy, or a kid who was sent home from school with head lice. This is where guys have an edge. If I shave my head, it's deemed socially, acceptable. It's normal. But if you're a lady who isn't auditioning for the part of Uhura in a Star Trek remake, or a Demi Moore impersonator from her G.I. Jane phase, people are going to think you're suffering from a horrible disease. Now, call me odd, but I think women with shaved heads look kind of cool. Now, that may be the pandemic talking, but I don't think so. Should we even address the facial hair? 2 weeks ago, I stopped shaving because, well, why should I? I've decided to treat my face like a smart decline situation where vacant urban lots are allowed to go back to nature. I've had beards before and they all began the same way this one did, during extended time at home or periods of social isolation. Previous experiments with facial hair, whether it be a Fu Manchu, a soul patch, some mutton chops, goatees, they all ended for the same reason. An event was coming up that I wanted a clean, smooth baby face for. With the end of our current situation in question, I look forward to sporting a face pelt that will make ZZ Top, Grizzly Adams, and Chris Stapleton jealous. Except for the fact that it's mostly white, I'll look like every flannel-wearing, knit-cap sporting hipster that is making craft beer as insufferable as dealing with wine snobs when all you want is to get a bottle of $3 Chuck or Mad Dog 2020. Fear not, though. If I do decide to rid myself of the cursed hairdo and face pelt, I'll do it for all to see. No, probably not. I do enjoy sharing things with you, but personal grooming is where I have to draw the line. All right, I'm out of here. Have a wonderful day, and until next time, stay safe, stay home, stay well groomed, and as always, stay socially distant. Bye.